There's fewer tourists and less spending in Las Vegas as inflation takes its toll. Inflation is taking its toll on Sin City as fewer tourists are visiting the gambling mecca, and those who do spend less than usual. The University of Las Vegas Business School released a report forecasting the city's economic outlook between 2022 and 2024, noted that its economic turned grim in June of this year. Interest rates have gone up, and we know that prices are going up as well. And that's what the Fed is trying to get their hands around and solve. So it may be that Fed's policies is having an effect not only nationally, but it's also affecting our economy locally. One of the study's authors, Professor Stephen Miller, said, Tom?
You know, what's interesting about this as well, basically, people in Las Vegas are hurting because, you know, you can spin everything you want in the news, and we've just covered that a little bit. But there are two things that are very, very true right now. Savings rates are crashing, and people have stuff on credit cards, and they're using that for average purchases. If you're doing that, you do not have that extra $500 to go with two buddies to go see a ball game in Vegas and gamble a little bit. You just don't have it. And that is the core of Vegas. And you're seeing it right now. And so the tourism's down, and when the tourists are there, we don't spend as much. We gamble a little bit, not a lot of it. We don't party. We don't have a $4,000 bachelor party for our buddy. We spend less or we don't go.
It's crazy when you're saying that. When COVID happened, I would go to Vegas regularly because we were signing a contract with MGM Grand Arena. So my driver would pick me up, and I would say, so tell me I would ask everybody, how's traffic in Vegas? Not bad, kid. How is it? Oh, everyone got laid off. MGM. How many people got laid off here? 90% of our people working for MGM Grand Arena are laid off. No way. What are they doing? They're all trying to find some work. But where did they have to move out? Because you're in the event business, right? Yeah. So a way to gauge economy is Las Vegas. A way to gauge economy is nightclubs. A way to gauge, like the story you were talking about yesterday with Miami, how a year ago, 11 had $6 million of Bitcoin they accepted to this year, 11,000 in the last 90 days. That's just mind-boggling to me when you hear a number like that, right? So nightclubs tells a story. Las Vegas tells a story. Gambling tells a story. All of these things are telling a story. You know, now somebody may come back and say, well, Pat, didn't we have record-breaking Black Friday and Cyber Monday? That's also a story because the numbers were up for online sales, but the numbers were down for physical going to a place, which makes sense. People no longer want to go to a physical place, deal with lines standing outside. Dude, I just go on Amazon and buy it, and it's going to be shipped to me anyways. And nowadays they're shipping faster. So this, you know.
I was so disappointed. Thanksgiving Day, I usually like to watch the riots at Best Buy where people going in for the 70-inch TV.
Listen.
They took the year off.
That's so fun. But I mean, Pat, think about it. If that's the biggest sale day, people are going to spend money that they could kind of, because it's 40% off. But Tom, what do you think what's going to be like this crash that they're talking about? And I know since I've been here for 6 months, you guys have kind of been, we're hovering around, 6, 12, 18, 30, whatever. What do you think is going to be that breaking point where it's just going to I'm not hoping for the 2008 crash, but like people like me that have been kind of saving and stuff, because listening to my boy Adam, like we're wanting to buy, Pat, I'm going to probably live in Florida for the rest of my life. I want to buy a house. I'm not going to take advantage of people's failures, but I'm waiting. When you think, I know we've been talking about it, what's going to be the straw to break the camel's back?
Well, I'll defer back to Pat, but we've been talking on this podcast for a while that Goldman and others are calling top rate, was it, Pat, 5 1/4, 4 3/4, like May, right? That's what they're calling top. They believe that's going to be the top. Now, what that means, Vinny, is that's when the increases stop because they believe they have inflation under control based on a lot of things they watch, including unemployment. Once that happens and it comes down, then you're going to see some maybe housing opportunities out there, and you're not taking advantage of somebody's misfortune. If they have to sell that house and you have the capability of buying that house, that is a transaction. It may not be as good as those people like it, but you know what?
So with all the craziness taking place, I believe future looks bright. If you believe future looks bright, get your latest Future Looks Bright hat of Valuetainment. It says Future Looks Bright here, Future Looks Bright here. We got them in white, we got them in black, we got them in red. Our black on black sold out. These are about to sell out. If you haven't ordered one yet, we had a person in Michigan, bought one, then he bought 3. Then when those 3 people weren't in the office, they had to order 58 of them because people wanted the Future Looks Bright hat, especially during times like this, because ain't nobody saying Future Looks Bright. To order your Future Looks Bright hat, click over here. And to watch the entire podcast, click here. Take care, everybody.